And just wanted to share some of the features that you have available. If you haven't joined us before, or this is maybe one of your first times on Zoom, or if you are just an expert, it's good to get a little refresher. Sometimes there's updates. So if you want to go ahead and use the chat, you're more than welcome to. And on the bottom of your screen, you will find a little chat box, and you're welcome to message us, or add a comment or a question that we can answer. You can add it to the chat. If you need live transcript, we also have that available. And it's the live transcript button. So it's the little CCs here in the bottom of your screen. And we also have reactions. So for example, if this is fairly new to me, if you want to raise your hand and you want to share something, we can call you out that way. Or if you have, there's quite a few options. If you want to use those are available to you. Thank you all. And just a reminder, we are recording and we have the live transcript available for all of you. Now, welcome everyone. We're gonna do a little bit of welcome as we go along, since I am new to facilitating this group. We're gonna do some introductions. We are going to go over, Laura is gonna kind of introduce that, or the queuing system update, as you all have participated in that before. There is an update to share with all of you, and talking about community building. And that's where I think that we'll share, hopefully we'll get to share, I'll share a little bit about myself, and I'm hoping to get to know some of you and how all of you are involved in the community. And I'm gonna pass it over to Mike now.
Thank you, Lucero. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Patient Family Partnership Hub Community Conversation. Again, thank you so much for taking time from your day and joining us. Please know that we appreciate and value your time tremendously, and that you are helping shape healthcare services for all our LA County community. Welcome again. Bienvenidos a todos. In a minute, we'll do introductions. In addition to our PFCC partners, joining us today is Victor, who will be helping us today by simultaneously translating our conversation in Spanish, and vice versa. We'll be helping our Spanish-speaking patient family advisors join in our conversation. We ask that you please speak loud and clear, and speak slow sometimes, as Spanish may require more words to transmit to the intended message. Again, my name is Miguel Renteria. I go by Mike. I'm an improvement advisor for DHS. My work evolves on patient experience and supporting our culture of patient-family engagement throughout our health system. Our mission is to advance the health of our patients and our communities by providing extraordinary care. Our goals range from transforming our system to provide cost-effective care of the whole patient across the continuum, optimize clinical quality and patient experience, to have a high-performing workforce, and ensure financial viability and support of our vision. Today, we are moving towards our mission by advancing on our strategic goal of providing high-quality care and patient experience through engaging your voice to help us in our work. Your voice, your views, your insights are incredibly important to our work, so thank you again for taking time off your day and joining us here this afternoon. Next slide.
Thank you.
Yep, Lucero, I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you so much. And just to share some of the mission, vision, and values of PFCC partners. Our mission is center the inclusive human experience of health, reinvent through radical collaboration, be a catalyst for system transformation. Our vision, a health system transformed, one that works with people and through communities as a partner in their well-being. And our values include equity, inclusion, diversity, collaboration, and being solution focused. And now we're gonna do a little bit of round robin introductions. So I will go ahead and start, and then I will call on some of you to go ahead and let us know your name, where you're calling from. And this might be a little bit of a deep question, but what is the best advice you've ever heard? So I will start. Again, my name is Lucero Cuevas, and I am with PFCC Partners. I am calling in from our Long Beach office. And the best piece of advice I've ever heard, I wish I could say that someone said this to me, but I really just read it off of the internet, and it has stuck with me. And it is, the days are long, but the years are short. And it kind of always reminds me to take it easy as possible, and to remember that next thing you know, you blink and a few years have passed by. I have a 7-year-old, and I can definitely say I blinked and he is 7. Same thing with my little one. He's almost a year. So when did that happen? So I'm going to go ahead and start with Laura.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laura Jackson. I'm the Director of Community at PFCC Partners. It's so good to see you all. I am calling in from Eugene, Oregon, from my home office. Best advice I've ever heard was actually recently. I was told that every moment is a moment I can handle. So it's kind of, I'm going through a hard time. It's this moment that I'm in, it kind of reminds me to stay in this moment that I'm in. And this very second is something I'm still here. I'm still pushing through. And it's kind of been my mantra lately of every moment is a moment I can handle.
That is a great one. I'm going to have a pen ready and start writing some of these
Yes.
down. I am going to move on to Lindsay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lindsay Galley. I'm the Vice President of Programs at PFCC Partners. It's great to see all of you today. I'm calling in from Sacramento, California, up north, but like Lucero said, our office is in Long Beach. The best piece of advice I've ever heard, I can't tell you where I've heard it, and I probably heard it when I was like a child, but it's don't sweat the small stuff. And I've kind of lived my life that way. Just, taking it easy and realizing that not everything is as big of a deal as we make it sometimes. Because just like you were saying, Sarah, life, it's short. Life is short and they just go by fast. So yeah.
Fast. Thank you, Lindsay. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Miguel. Mike, I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. Thank you, Lucero. Hi, everyone. My name is Miguel Mike Renteria. I'm calling here from the San Fernando Valley. What is the best advice you've ever heard? And I've heard a lot of good advice, and I'm just going to keep it simple and just say be kind. I think kindness resonates in all languages and in all actions. So be kind is what I'll share.
Thank you, Mike. That's a great one. I have here, next up would be Olivia. Olivia, would you like to share?
Hola, buenas tardes. Hola, buenas tardes. Perdón. Sí, buenas tardes. ¿Se escucha? Ok, gracias. Sí, mi nombre es Olivia. Estoy llamando del sur de Los Ángeles. Y uno de los mejores consejos que me han dado ha sido no tomar las cosas no tomar las cosas, se me fue la palabra, perdón. O sea, que no tomemos las cosas tan personalmente como todo, ¿verdad? Porque, pues, como mencionó hace un momento una de las compañeras, que a veces no sabemos el problema que tienen las otras personas y nosotros tomamos, en veces, algunos de nosotros tomamos las cosas como muy personal, como que nos atacan, y no es así. Entonces, para poder vivir ahora sí que
in order to live
se puede decir, no
better,
tomar las cosas tan
it's best not to take things so personally or so deeply.
Thank you, Olivia, for sharing that. Thank you.
Gracias, Olivia, por compartir esa parte.
Thank you. I will go ahead and move on to Michelle.
Ahora voy a ver qué nos dice Michelle.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michelle
Entonces,
Rosser.
yo soy Michelle Rosser.
Los Angeles.
Les llamo de Los Ángeles.
Best advice I've ever heard.
El mejor consejo que he escuchado es que vivan.
I think we might have got the channel switched around.
Uh-oh, so sorry about that.
No escuché esa parte.
Let me see. Uh-oh. Is that working now, Laura? Yes?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry, Michelle, can you go ahead and go ahead and share what's the
Okay.
best advice you've heard?
The best advice was live and let live.
Ah, I love
No.
that one.
No pain in the middle.
I love that one. Thank you so much. I also have here with me Maria. Maria, would you like to share?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I'm calling from Pasadena.
Hola, buenas tardes.
I'm continue?
Oh,
You-
Maria, is that?
Yes, Maria Roch.
Go for it. Yes.
So I'm Maria, I'm calling from Pasadena, California, and my best advice I heard and I practice, never stop learning and growing as a person. So it's a lot of work because I try to learn something, even a word I never use or hear it. So it's good advice. So I always practice. And I'm so happy that we can make improvements and advocate for all patients that experience it to be in the ICU unit.
Mm,
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Maria. That's great advice. Thank you so much. I think I have one more, which would be Jeffrey. Would you like to share?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Jeff Edelman. I live in the San Fernando Valley. And the best advice, I'm a sports fan, so and I like Nike gear and stuff like that. So just do it. Just get it done. I live by that.
That is awesome. And you can wear it every day.
I do.
Right, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you for sharing. I don't think I missed anyone here, but if you haven't shared and you would like to, please go ahead and let me know. But I think that might be
Hola, buenas tardes.
all. Hi.
Mi nombre es María Vázquez. Yo he escuchado muchos consejos, pero uno de los que se me quedó grabado por parte de mi abuelito era, hija, observa, mira, y así como tú me ves, un día tú te vas a ver, así como tú miras así como tú te miras, yo un día me miré. Entonces hay que ponerse en los zapatos de las demás personas
That's very true.
para que no cometamos la equivocación de ser groseras con las personas. Era una manera de él enseñarme algo, ya que él no fue a la escuela.
That is really great advice, Olivia. I mean, or Maria, right? Maria. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, everyone. That's a lot of really great advice. A lot that we can take with us today. So thank you so, so much. And now I will go ahead and pass it on to Laura.
Thank you, Lucero. If you could go to the next slide.
Yes.
So I just would like to introduce Jeff, who just introduced himself. But you may, some of you may have remembered from the past, Jeff and his team have come to us a couple times to talk about the queuing services in LA County. And it is, and in the past, the Patient Family Partnership Hub has helped with getting this set up and making sure that it runs most efficiently for the patient family partners and the patients and caregivers coming through lab services or waiting rooms throughout LA County Department of Health. So he's got some updates for us this month. So I will go ahead and hand it off to Jeff and take it away.
Laura, did you want me to share my screen or did you have the slides already up?
We have the slides that you sent us over up. If there's anything additional, you're more than welcome to share your screen though.
Do you mind if I share? I kind of want to
No.
jump around the slides a bit.
Sure.
I will
So
stop sharing, Jeff, and then you can go ahead and share.
All right, let's see here. So, thank you for having me once again, and wanted to, number one, first provide a little update to the group on where we are with this project, and then kind of go into some kind of more recent updates since the last time we spoke. So, yeah, we are now live at all phlebotomy labs across the county, and we're live at almost all outpatient pharmacies throughout the county. We have like one kind of site left to finish going live, and then we'll be fully live at all the pharmacies. So if you're waiting to get labs drawn or you're waiting for a prescription, please know that you're being serviced via the fine modernized system of the patient queuing system, and it's coming to an urgent care / walk-in near you soon as well. So one of the kind of first updates I wanted to share is in the lab. We are beginning to implement lab appointments. So that's coming soon. We are not live yet. As we go live, we're going to be sharing information on the DHS website. So please go to the website and to the lab page of the main website, and you'll see updates on when a site close to you is going to be live on appointments, and you can make an appointment there and not have to wait an hour to have labs drawn. Today when you go to the lab and you present to a kiosk to get in line, I'm going to kind of show you some of those screens. So, and what you're familiar with, you would go to a kiosk and you select your language. And then this is going to kind of be a new screen that comes up that's not there today. I do not have an appointment, or I do. Most patients right now won't have an appointment. So we put the do not have an appointment at the top. And this will actually, the next screen is about appointments. So I'm just going to kind of skip down to what you all see today. So usually when you select your language, you come right to scan your...
Usted vuelve a un sitio donde puede poner, digamos.
Some sites require an MRN card, so there's like a little denotation at the bottom, but most sites have a button to skip the screen if you don't have your MRN card handy. Then you'll select why you're here today at the lab. Certain sites have some specific reasons, but you'll select one of these reasons, and then next you're going to get a screen where would you like to receive text updates during the course of your visit today. If you do want to, you can enter in your phone number, and then a ticket will be available to you. So that's standard and what's happening today. Some of the additional new screens are when, and I'll just pause in case there's any questions from anyone. All right. I'll keep going on. So if you have an appointment, So we have a connection. The kiosk has a connection to our appointment scheduling application that the staff use today. So when the staff scheduled an appointment, it feeds information into the kiosk. And so the way to search for your appointment is by one of these three methods. It's either through your MRN card, which some patients already use today at the kiosk, or by your phone number or date of birth. And phone date of birth, that's pretty self-explanatory, but phone number, there's multiple phone numbers for a patient housed in our registration module. I'm only actually passing cell phone number to the kiosk. So this is specific to cell phone number. If you enter in your home phone number there, you might not find your appointment. You might have to use one of these other methods. But this screen will come up, which will ask you to select select a way to find your appointment. And if you do use mobile ticket, so a lot of the labs have a little QR code next to the kiosk. If you scan the QR code and get in line that way, you do have an ability to do the same with appointments. You'll get a appointment text, and it kind of mimics kind of the screen of mobile ticket and takes you through checking in that way as well. And again, if you click MRN, you'll get a little screen to scan your MRN card. If you select phone number, you'll get a little 10-digit pop-up to enter in your phone number. And then lastly, if you select date of birth, you'll get a screen to enter in your date of birth in 8 characters. And it'll be nice on the kiosk. We're going to have a little hashtag, or was it number sign, and it'll be in a format that looks like the date of birth. Same with phone number, it'll be in a format that looks like the phone number, so it'll be kind of easy to know which how many characters to type in. So I know people there are gonna be patients that are gonna try to skip the line and say they have an appointment when they don't. We do have some kind of error messages that are going to pop up if it doesn't find your appointment. So kind of one of the first error messages is for appointments, there is a DHS policy that you can only check in 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after your appointment. So if it's, right now it's 3:58. If you try to check in for a 4:30 appointment, you're going to come up with this message that you're too early. You have to wait a couple more minutes before you can check in. And likewise, if you have a 3 p.m. appointment and it's 3:58 and you try to check in, it's going to say you're late and you can't check in. You can still check in as a walk-in, or you can wait until that that time frame, the appropriate time frame to check in. And then lastly, maybe you came in on like the wrong date. Maybe your appointment was for the July 25th at 4 o'clock and not July 24th. It won't find an appointment. This is the same day system, so it won't find your appointment for the next day. The other possible reason, and probably going to be really, really rare it happens, but if there is a patient that has, let's say, a 4 o'clock and a 4:15 appointment, and they both happen to have the same exact date of birth, so it's in that 30-minute time slot, and they both have the same date of birth, and you use that date of birth as a lookup method, it's not going to find your appointment, and you'll have to try another lookup. That might be a reason why. And if you ever have issues with checking in and you feel you've tried multiple methods and you can't, you could always present to a staff member and they can help check you in. But ideally, quickest way is to get a line is through the kiosk. So I think that's one piece of the lab appointment. New kiosk screens. I'll pause in case there's any questions. If not, there's two other updates I wanted to give. Number one is that we are now live with texting throughout all the labs and pharmacies. I wanted to kind of give a little rundown of all the different kind of text messages that patients will see. Within the lab and pharmacies, there's a couple of different ways of being able to sign up for text messaging. So I'll just kind of real quick go through that. In the lab, as I just kind of showed on the kiosk, there's a way to opt in for text messaging on the kiosk. You could opt in, yes, and enter in your phone number. Through both the lab and pharmacy, you can opt in through to text messaging by when you are working with a staff member has the ability on their side of the software to enter in your phone number. Pharmacy had a real interest in wanting to make sure they got your phone number in through staff interaction. And so when your phone number, when you do go check in for your pharmacist and see a staff member, you have the option of giving them your phone number at that point in time for updates. And so here are some of the texts that will be coming out when you first put in your phone number. You usually should get a welcome text for most, and the welcome text will include welcome to. When I say when there's something in these special brackets, that means it'll change per patient. This branch name means your location, so this will say welcome to Roy Ball, or welcome to LA General, or welcome to all of you. Your ticket number will be whatever ticket number you're assigned to for that visit, and you have the ability, if you have a smartphone, to follow your ticket through mobile ticket. And this is a special website for you for that specific visit. When you're called to a window or you're called to a station, and your ticket number appears on the TV, is announced on the speaker, you'll get a text as well. And lastly, a staff member can, if they try to call you and there's no answer, or you're not coming up, they have the ability to send another specific a message, and that's them pushing out a message that you haven't come to the window yet. Now going on to service-based text. So in the lab, we update you on where you are in the line. So if there's a large line, let's say 15 or 20, when you get to the 10th position in line, you'll get a text update. And then when you're 3 away from the front of the line, you'll get a text update. And then in lab, you'll get a text at the end of your visit with a link to a survey. And actually this will be coming live, coming soon to pharmacy in the near future as well. And this actually is going to be my last update. I'm going to show you the surveys that we send out. And then for pharmacy, while you're waiting for your prescription, we have some various texts that we send out. So when all your prescriptions are ready, you'll get a text, thank you for waiting, you'll be called to a window shortly. Please return to the window. If you decide to, if they say it's going to take about an hour for your prescriptions to process and you want to run some errands and come back later, while you're running some errands, you're going to get you will get a text when your prescriptions are ready. So maybe an hour into your errands, you get a text that says to pick up your prescriptions at this branch means location, so at LA General or at all of you. You'll just go back to the kiosk and you can check in that way. You'll get kind of, so that's a message. And then lastly, if when you come back and you get in line and you properly get in line from the kiosk, back in line from the kiosk, you'll just kind of get a little message, thank you for waiting, you'll be called shortly. or sorry, this last one, thank you for returning. Please just watch the TV and you'll get called soon. So those are some of the texts you'll get from the pharmacy side. And then lastly, the last update I wanted to give is, I don't have that, do I have that one ready? Yes. Okay, there we go. So, right now in the lab, we're live with surveys. So if you do opt in for text messaging when the visit is completed, you'll get a link to a survey. The survey is tied to your visit. It's an anonymous survey, but the feedback is pulled into a report for staff. These are the questions that are being asked in the survey. So just wanted to share that with you. Did the staff ask you to identify yourself? Were all your questions answered? Did the staff treat you in a courteous manner? Were all your service needs met? Was the area clean and comfortable? Would you recommend this service to others? And then lastly, please put in some comments if you answered no to any of the questions or maybe an unhappy face. So I guess I'll pause there, and I think that's the end of my presentation to see if there's any questions. I hope I didn't go too fast for anybody.
I don't think so. Thank you, Jeff. And I know quite a few of you weren't on when we kind of initially did this this queuing system with Jeff and the team. So curious what you all think. I did see a hand up, Lindsay. I don't know if you had your.
I was going to ask that question, Laura. So that's why I put my hand down. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So if any of you who are seeing this for the first time, if feel free to come off mute and raise your hand like Lindsay did. Thank you. To let us know your thoughts of the updates that Jeffrey just provided, and or any thoughts on if you've used the queuing systems in any labs. Let us know your thoughts. Or questions if you have questions. Quiet group today. The summer afternoon. It's quiet. I feel like it's wind down time probably.
Still about 100 here. Yeah. So
Goodness. All right. Well, if we don't have any questions or responses to the updates.
yeah, please, if there's any questions after the fact, if you reach out to Laura, Lindsay, Lucero, or Mike, happy to engage with you guys in the future and respond to those questions as well.
Thank you. Jeff, do you mind putting your email in the chat so people, if they have any questions, they can reach out?
Will do.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to those of you who helped with this queuing system in the past and hearing us out now with the updates. We really appreciate you joining us for that and look forward to the future and when it comes to these queuing systems. All right, so we have our discussion today is getting to know you all just a little bit better. and if you could let us know how you're connected within your community. For the future, we want to be able to grow and build this patient-family partnership hub and bring more voices into our meetings here, onto the forums and engagement opportunities, and really just grow the hub in terms of depth and just bringing more people in. And I think you all can help with that by going into your own communities and reaching out to them and letting them know that they can also help improve healthcare within LA County Department of Health Services. So our question for discussion today is, how are you connected within your community? And since Lucero is going to be your facilitator here from here on out, since she's over in LA County and I'm up here in Oregon, we figured that she is the person to go to for LA County Department of Health Services. So with that, I will let Lucero kind of tell us how she's connected within her own community, and as kind of an example for you all to share about your connections. So Lucero, take it away.
Thank you so much, Laura. And yes, now that, moving forward, you'll see and hear a lot more of me. I do want to take the time to share just a little bit of myself and my background, and how I am involved in the community. And as I was trying to write this down and make sure I'm organized in the way that I will tell all of you, I realized that it's been a lot. So I will let you all know just a little bit about myself. First and foremost, I am the mom of 2 little boys. I have a 7-year-old and an 11-month-old, soon to be 1-year-old in about maybe a week or so. So when I say, the days are long, but the years are short, this is exactly what I mean. I blinked and all of a sudden they're big boys. I have worked in LA County since, I would say, about 2012. I grew up in South Los Angeles. I now live in Whittier, and I graduated from Cal State University, Dominguez Hill. So I'm also a proud Toro. If there are any Toros, please let me know. So my work really started in community service. I was a case manager and an advocate for survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault for quite a few years. And that work really focused in a lot of areas in LA County. So I was in South Central Los Angeles, I was in Long Beach, and most of, the South Bay, Compton, Watts, and Linwood. So a lot of my work really focused in advocating for folks that, for survivors. And moving on with that, I was there for a few years, and then I went ahead and moved on to education. So you'll see a little bit of a shift, but I think it all kind of correlates at the end. It all kind of, mixes with one another. So in education, I worked with the English language learner population in both the high school and a middle school. And these were both in South Los Angeles and East Los Angeles. So I'm very familiar with that area as well. And fast forward to not too long ago, PFCC Partners, and I've been here since 2022 as the office administrator, but I also, I started as the instructor for the child development class that is taught through different community resource centers throughout LA County. And now here with all of you in the hub. And as I was thinking about this, I said, these are, my background in the community is wide, but I feel that it intersects at one point or another. Whether we talk about, just folks that need a little bit of assistance, whether we talk about education, whether we talk about healthcare, I think the main focus is trying to help one another. And improve our surroundings, improve our community, and improve, the space in which we take up. So that is a little bit about me. Please feel free to ask more questions. I would love to share, but also I would love to get to know some of you as well. So if anyone wants to volunteer, I don't want to just call on anyone and just let me know your life story. I know it's a little on the spot, but if anyone wants to share, I'd love to learn more about all of you.
Anybody have any questions for Lucero? No. How? Oh, Miguel, I saw you came off mute.
Yeah, thank you, Laura. No, I was just gonna say, Lucero, thank you so much for taking on this role. You know, welcome to the Patient Family Partnership Hub. We are looking forward to you continue on the great work that Lindsay started, that Laura has contributed to, and now that you are also going to be contributing as well. So we really look forward to continue to strengthen our relationship with our LA County community and all of our patient family advisors. So welcome and thank you. And Laura, thank you too for all of the work that you put in this past probably it's been quite some time. It's definitely a lot of months, not a year, I think, but thank you so much. We really appreciate you and your contribution to our Patient Family Partnership Hub, and again, looking forward to continue to work with you and all of our PFCC team.
Yes, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. It's been really great learning experience, and yeah, I'm excited to pass it over to Lucero. She's going to be great. She is great, but she's going to be great at this too. Thank you. I am curious, Maria A., if you could tell us a little bit more about the community you're in, communities. We're all part of multiple communities. Yeah, if you're willing to share.
Yes, hi. I don't want to jump. I want to leave the opportunity to everybody to talk.
Of course.
I always like to talk, and sometimes I talk a lot. But you start me. I was working in the field for people with disabilities since 2007. I was injured in 2003. And I'm spinal cord injury incomplete, and I was hospitalized so many times that, oh my God, I cannot even count, maybe more than 20. And more of them, I was in the ICU. And I have different very bad accidents, and thanks God I'm still alive. But one of my goals, it's always educate the community and to show the people with disabilities that are able to do whatever they need to feel and be independent. So I work in independent living center, and one of the I'm from Guatemala, so my accent is horrible. Sometimes some words I'm not able to say. The philosophy, what we have it here is try to do the most we can independently, because we don't know when someone is not going to be available to assist us. So it's very critical, especially for Latin community, that our parents always there for us. And I work with a lot of parents that have a youth, like 18, 20, even 12. And I mean, if I'm a parent, of course, I'm going to take care of my baby so much, but I believe they overcare. But they don't want to think about it that, oh, one day maybe they're not going to be able to help them because they're getting aging, or they can even die. Everybody can die. And our culture is hard to talk about it, and especially with older adults. And we need to have always plans, plan B always, and especially if we have a child or youth with disabilities, is something, because imagine the family don't able to communicate with them. If they have autism and they don't able to talk, what is gonna happen if they go to the hospital? The nurse don't know what happened. At the end, even the family, it's always have to have a plan. And now that I'm working more in the community and families, this is one of my goals. You know, always try to be very like you know, touchy, like very specific, yes, keys, because I don't want to feel nobody comfortable, right? But just think always, you know, leave a little light or question what happened if something happened to you. Is some people, oh, my daughter, my old daughter, my husband, but sometimes the husband don't even in the house for so long, and the kids is not even hanging out with the father as well. So it's a lot of issues we have. Like at the end of the day, I know the people work in the hospital is doing a great job, because they receive so many cases in different levels that, oh my God, I can't believe they going home and they have the stress still. I really thanks God that they there, because thanks at the doctors and nurses, I'm here and talking with you, all of you. If you have a question, you you're welcome to ask me questions.
Thank you, Maria. I just want to say thank you for sharing that. Like you said, I think you brought the point that everyone has a story, and maybe that story has a lot of layers. And definitely to keep that in mind for all of us. So thank you so much, Maria, for sharing that. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you. I wanna see if maybe anyone else would like to share. Maria, Olivia, if you would like to share, and I have also Michelle. So if anyone would like to share how you're connected to the community, please feel free to unmute yourself if you'd like. Oops, and I accidentally switched the slide. Thank you, Laura. And that is definitely okay if you want to share later on, if there are topics that we bring up and you think to yourself, hey, I've worked in that community, or I have, have some experience in that. Definitely feel free to bring it up as we continue. But thank you. And again, once again, if anyone has any more questions for me, please feel free to ask, and I am here to answer the best I can. And I am going to pass it on one more time to Laura.
Thank you. This is just your reminder that we have our community forum up and going. I'm going to put the link in the chat. It's kind of a long link, but just click on it and it'll lead you straight to the online forum. That is where we are sharing reminders for these meetings. We are sharing announcements, recordings from these meetings as well, engagement opportunities. And we invite you all to go in and post your own things. You can, again, post announcements. You can post wins if you have something that you've been working on within LA County DHS. You are more than welcome to share that in the forum if you're able to, and share your wins. You can ask questions. There are people in there who might be able to give you ideas if you need ideas on something. And it's a place for you to connect. We want this hub to be more than just these monthly meetings. So going into the forum there will kind of help you all connect to one another and connect to us again in the in between these meetings. Maybe we will, after this meeting, Lucero and I will add a post about her connection to the community, and maybe you all can respond back with your connections. And maybe if you have worked somewhere that Lucero's worked or been somewhere that she's been, you can connect on that as well. So it's a place for you to just share and learn. Any questions? Good to hear, Michelle. And if you need help signing up for the forum, it's pretty straightforward the way they kind of lead you through, but you are more than welcome to email Lucero for questions with the online forum, and we can help you get set up there.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
And just to end with all of you with a little bit more information, we are actually changing the date and the time for our meetings. So Laura can do me a huge favor of adding the link. I know I've shared it before, which is a link to just a survey of what day and time you would prefer to participate in these meetings. If you have not done so already, please feel free to share. We are still taking responses and ideas about which day and time would work best for everyone. So if you would like to, please go ahead and click on the link that Laura just shared in the messages, and we will share the next date and time for our meeting. But again, if there are any questions or anything comes up with all of you, you can email me. And my email is right here on the little bubble. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And we hope you have a great rest of your summer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lucero.
Thank you, Maria.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
I love Michelle's comment in there.
Yeah.
Creating community here.
Gracias
Gracias.
Yes.
a ustedes.
Gracias, Maria.
Hey, everyone.
Thank you. Let me go ahead and do some of this. Laura, I can go ahead and end it, right?
Yeah, you could stop the recording and then end, I think.
Oh, that's right. Mhm.